Well, hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Daphne St. Clair Ferguson and I'm so excited to be talking about a cute little penguin. I mean, come on, what can get better than that? So if you could introduce yourselves to our little camera audience over there. Tell me a little bit about your role on the show, Pedro the penguin.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my name is Ember. I'm the stage manager and sound designer of Pedro. So I kind of make sure that everyone has all the information they need and I make things sound pretty and fun.
Very exciting. So tell me a little bit about this show. What is this show about and what can people expect to see from this show?
Pedro is so fun. It's about a penguin named Pedro, who goes to the North Pole and wants to learn to fly so he can fly Santa's sleigh. His dream since he was a little itty bitty penguin. It's fast action, really fun. We have lots of fun like props and set pieces. It's all very exciting.
Very cool. So you are one of 6 Kid Fest shows listed in the program. So talk to me a little bit about programming children's theater.
It's been really cool. This is my first time working in children's theater. We've been really able to kind of work the script and kind of show to be entertaining for both the kids that are watching and also the adults. It's really cool. Very fast paced is kind of always the goal, but we're not trying to speak down to the kids, right? They're intelligent. They kind of know what they're seeing. So it's a fun balancing act of making it entertaining for all and not speaking down to anybody. Yeah.
Very cool. And I mean, obviously, you are not a child. No. So how do you ensure that what you are putting on is going to be received well from that demographic?
Yeah, I mean, we're working with Sue Miner, who is our director. She's done a bunch of Theatre for Young Audience stuff, so like she's very knowledgeable in all of this. And the original production of Pedro the Penguin, this is kind of a revamping of it, was performed in December, I believe, in the Distillery District. So there was feedback from that we were able to kind of incorporate into this new version.
Very cool. And I'd love to hear about the development of the piece. So it was originally a 10-minute show, and now you're, at 45, 50 minutes? So talk to me a little bit about the expansion of this piece.
Yeah, so I've only kind of been on for this 50-minute piece. I was brought on recently. But yeah, we started out as 10 minutes, and our writer and one of our actors, Philip Diamond, he spent the last multiple months kind of extending it, right? And in that, we've been able to all kind of come together and work on the script as well. Like there have been a lot of changes throughout the rehearsal process, which has been really cool. And we're lucky that all of the actors kind of knew each other and know the piece. Right. So we have some old props and costume pieces from the old run, which has been a big help with, being indie theater. Yeah.
Great. I mean, speaking of indie theater, I'm asking everyone this question this year is where is your money going? If to props or where's your money going?
That's a really good question. We have a lot of props. We're very lucky with our creative designer, Shaylin, who has been like handcrafting a bunch of them. She's gotten so many supplies. She's so talented. But I'd say props and costumes is very much where the money is going to.
Very cool. And I'd love to hear about the sound design because that is your niche. That's very exciting. So talk me through that process of designing a sound for a show.
Yeah, it's really cool. This is my second time actually sound designing. A lot of it has come from the script. The script is so rich with like stage directions of these kind of songs are playing in the background, and there's like a polar bear car that honks at one point, right?
So fun.
So fun. So it's been really cool, like taking from that, and then you got to go to some royalty-free sites and find sound effects because I can't make too many in my own home. My roommates would kill me. But getting to kind of work on that, and through rehearsals, whenever there's like a quick moment that I have to myself, I'm in the Q lab kind of updating different things. Because our director, Sue, is such a genius, and she really loves, she'll be like, oh, we need this sound for this moment. And of course she's right. So I find it in our breaks because it needs to happen.
Because you're also stage managing this show, which is crazy. I mean, sound designing and stage managing, how do you balance the two of them?
That's a really good question. I work at home a lot. When I do a lot of my stage management stuff at home, like in terms of dailies and paperwork and stuff like that. And when I'm in the rehearsal room, there have been a couple moments where cast is waiting for sound, and I'm writing some notes, so it takes a sec, but it's been a really fun balance because the rest of the crew is so willing to help and, take on each other's roles. So, yeah.
And I'd love to talk about the participatory element of this show. You talk about inviting people to participate. Is there an element of that in this show?
Yeah, there definitely is. We start at a circus. We open at the circus for the Toronto Fringe Festival.
Wow.
And so we have a great ringleader that's trying to get people excited to see Pedro fly. If he flies, we'll see. But yeah.
Very cool. Now, and I'm so curious. So, obviously, you're not the playwright, but I'm curious your thoughts on this. Why choose animals instead of people? I mean, people can't fly. So why choose animals for this story?
I think the physical aspect is really cool. It's been really cool to get to watch everyone become these different animals and creatures as well. We have a couple elves in there, which is quite fun. And I just think animals they're such a good vessel for storytelling. You even think back to the fables, right? It's all animals. And I mean, who doesn't want to root for a flying penguin? You know what I mean?
It's true. There's a Nepo baby reindeer.
Yes.
What the heck does that mean?
Richard the reindeer is the son of Rudolph the reindeer. And he plays a fun role throughout the story. I don't want to say too much, but very much a Nepo baby. And we see some heart with Richard towards the end. You know what I mean? We can see a hard exterior, but everyone has a nice soft spot. Yeah, exactly.
Totally. And so I'd love to hear, Pedro has a dream, and you had some posts about what were your dreams as a kid and now what are they? But I'd love to hear you talk about some of your dreams right now.
Well, the one that was posted is I really want to hike a Norwegian fjord. That is a massive dream of mine. I've always loved, the scenery, but I think another dream of mine is working. Honestly, I just love to work with queer people. I feel like as a whole in theater, outside of theater, we're real fun people, and I love getting to know more of us.
No more fun people. I love it. And I also wanted to touch on something. You guys are making, you've got a relaxed performance and you've got a pick your price performance. I'd love to hear about the accessibility measures of this show for fun people.
Yeah, we think theater is for everyone, obviously, especially theater for young audiences. That is the place to be doing these things among every place. But for our relaxed performance, we're really excited to kind of tone down some of the effects that we're doing and have a bit of an introduction of this is who we are, these are our characters and things like that, just to make some people feel more comfortable.
Very cool. And I'm curious about the relaxed performance. How do you ensure that your storytelling is still being conveyed with the same vivacious energy, but for a relaxed audience?
Yeah, that is definitely something that we're still thinking on and working on in rehearsals. But, we're all coming at it with the same passion. There's always the same kind of fire underneath what we're doing. Just making sure that we're spreading the message is kind of the goal, right? Whether that takes just a little bit of a quieter route or not, is kind of we're working on.
We're working on it. I love to hear that. Now, I ask everyone this question. This has been my question for forever, is what is Canadian theatre? And how does Pedro the Penguin fit into the landscape of Canadian theatre?
I love that question. Canadian theatre to me feels very handmade. It feels very DIY. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And I mean, Pedro is completely DIY. You'll see a lot of our props and costumes we have a really cool puffin hat for our friend Pippa the Puffin. All of it is handmade. And it feels very down to earth while kind of being out there as well, right? Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Now, and what can adults learn from children's theater?
I mean, we always have things to learn as adults, obviously. I think especially with Pedro, it's a way for us to remind ourselves and kind of go back to our dreams from when we were younger and maybe try again, maybe now that we're older, we can give things another chance, I think is really the message of Pedro.
Very cool. Now, is there anything else you'd like to share with our little audience here about the process? I mean, what you're doing. You're heading into tech tomorrow, so big day coming up. Is there anything you'd like to share with them?
Yes. Get excited. Pedro is so fun, and for adults, like, I have never laughed more at a script I've worked on, and I mean that seriously. I've worked on comedy for multiple years. It is fun for the whole family, and we have a lot of sports movie references.
Ooh.
You know, FIFA. We have FIFA's going on. So if you're into sports, you'll be into Pedro too.
Very cool. Is there a specific sport that people should look out for, or is it across the board sports?
I feel like it's across the board sports. Like, think Rocky. Think Rocky the movie.
Heard.
That's what we'll keep in mind.
And themes of Rocky are also themes of Pedro the Penguin, correct? Very cool. So if you love Rocky, you're gonna love Pedro the Penguin. I mean, come on. Now listen, I've had so much fun chatting with you a little bit about Pedro the Penguin and what you're up to. You guys are from June 30th to July 11th at the Young People's Theatre studio space, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. And I just I cannot wait to see all these little creatures. You've got elves, you've got penguins, you got a puffin. What else do you got? Reindeers.
Yeah, we got owls. We have some fun owls that, fly. Crazy. And I'm thinking, we have elves, penguins, puffins, owls. We have
Polar bear?
Yes, we do. And there's a little cameo of an elephant somewhere in there to keep your eyes out for. Whoa.
Keep your eyes peeled for the elephant in the room. All right, get your butt over to Pedro the Penguin. I mean, sounds like a story that anyone can enjoy. I cannot wait to see it. Thank you so much, Ember, for joining me today. This is Daphne St. Clair Ferguson signing off.